Oh, look. Well, he's really something, isn't he? Mark, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Any special significance to that name?
Ooh, a little. Well, here we go. Well.
Well, you are one special little guy, aren't you? Just look at you.
Isn't he precious?
Yes, he is. Oh, in case you haven't noticed, young man, you selected your mother very wisely.
Yeah. Well, I wish we could say the same thing about your father.
How are things, Margo?
Oh, they're okay.
Good. Your work certainly hasn't suffered, not one little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful for that.
Oh, by the way, I brought something for this little guy. A little nest egg. I opened up an account in his name.
Oh, Eric. You shouldn't have done that.
Well, that's not why I did it.
Always looking out for me, aren't you?
It's more than that. You're very special to me, Margo. You're a very strong woman, too.
Yeah. Well, I guess we rise to the occasion when we have to.
Well, I don't have to tell you, my daughter has great admiration for you.
Oh.
By the way, have you seen her today? I was looking for her all day in the office.
Well, she was in the office earlier.
Where'd she go?
Well, she said something about Rich's birthday on Friday.
Ah, yes. Well, that's true.
Yeah. So, I guess she went out and was looking for a present.
I suppose her husband went with her. I haven't seen much of Clarke lately, either. Oh, God, Margo, I see you here, and I find it so hard to believe that you are alone in this apartment.
Well, where else would I be?
No, that's not what I mean. You're a beautiful, talented woman, and you're alone with a baby, and I just can't understand that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I can't understand it myself.
Your little boy's father, is there any chance of the two of you ending up together?
All right, explain.
Okay, Kristen.
Just remember, Clarke, anything short of the truth, I'm walking out that door and you'll be in divorce court.
Will you stop threatening me? You know how much I hate that.
I don't give a damn what you hate. I hate being lied to. And that's what you've done to me. Over and over, you've lied to me, Clarke. First, it was the money. A surprise? That's what you told me. You needed to get me a surprise. Oh. Dumb Kristen. Like a fool, I believed you. I actually trusted my husband. Like I trusted him the night he took me to show me this big surprise.
You forced me to do that.
Oh, Clarke. How do you do it? What were you thinking? That I wouldn't find out that this surprise was just another lie? My God, what do you take me for? How stupid do you honestly think I am? I'd love to know.
Come on, honey. I can't think you're that stupid. Here, let me prove it to you.
You'll prove it by telling me the truth. What did you need that money for? I want to know right now.
What would you say if I told you I had every penny of that money? $100,000.
I'd want to know where you got it and how. I'd want to know why you asked me to borrow it from me in the first place. Clarke, don't you understand? It's not the money. It's the explanation. What did you need that money for? Are you going to tell me? Or do I walk out? It's simple as that, Clarke. A divorce or the truth. Take your pick.
The bold and the beautiful. This portion sponsored by Era Plus, protein power to cut clean through.
God, Margo, what kind of a man would do this to you? Look, if you will tell me who he is, I'll have a lawyer after him. He should at least be paying you child support.
He is.
Is it enough?
Yeah. Yeah, it's enough for now.
You should get every dollar you possibly can out of him. I mean, what he has done to you is completely...
Eric.
Look, I'm sorry. This really isn't any of my business, but I just keep thinking that if you were my daughter and you were involved with this man...
What would you do?
I honestly don't know. Probably something that he and I would both be very sorry for.
Excuse me.
Hi. Have you heard from...
Storm, hi. Come on in. Guess what? I have a visitor. Come on in and see.
Mr. Forrester?
Storm, hi. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Well, I'm not as relaxed as this little guy, but I'm doing very well, thank you.
He's something else, isn't he?
And he's also up past his bedtime, huh? Yeah. We'll be right back.
There goes a very brave young woman.
Well, I've never met anybody like her. So, how are things at the Forrester household?
Well, we are very pleased about a certain engagement.
So am I. Has a date been set?
No, not yet. Has Brooke said anything to you about that?
A wedding date? No, but I'm sure she's ready to set one.
Well, she's a terrific girl. I can't imagine Ridge putting it off much longer.
I hope not.
You sound pretty skeptical there.
After seeing what's happened to Margo, I'm a little jaded about relationships these days.
So you're very much in touch with the situation around here, aren't you?
Well, I'm her lawyer, Eric. And more than that, I'm her friend.
Then I assume you know who the father of her baby is?
Yes, I do.
So you helped arrange the child support?
Margo told you about that?
Yes. Nothing specific, but yes.
Yes, I arranged it.
Well, I hope you take this guy to the cleaners. He certainly deserves it.
I won't argue that.
Is he wealthy?
He has access to money.
Well, then you get it. You get every dollar you possibly can. This child needs every opportunity.
I agree. And I've tried to provide for that.
Well, is the father cooperating?
When push comes to shove.
Well, you keep shoving that.
You're awfully hard line about this.
Well, I have no sympathy at all for a man who gets a woman pregnant and then abandons her and the baby.
It's pretty low, isn't it?
As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't even deserve to be called a man. Frankly, I don't know how you deal with him. I wouldn't want to have this guy in my sight.
With this attitude, you're not going to believe me, regardless of what I tell you.
Correction. I'll check out everything you tell me. Every detail, every word, every dot, and every comma. And so help me, Clarke, if you give me one white lie,
Honey,
I will
honey, if I can give you back the money, why isn't that good enough?
This is a waste of time. You're not gonna level with me.
Where are you going?
I'm packing my bags. I'm leaving you, Clarke.
She can't. You let her go, man. And you're finished. It's all over. Your wife, your career, the whole world. Kristen, honey, do not do this.
I suggest you get a lawyer.
Now, why would I need a lawyer?
You don't believe me, do you? It's over. We're through.
Now, wait a minute. You just hold on here.
There's nothing to discuss, Clarke.
The hell there isn't!
Leave me alone. Are you ready to tell me why you needed that money? That's what I thought. Good luck, Clarke. You're gonna need it.
Kristen, wait a minute.
I'll send someone to pick up the rest of my stuff, and I suggest you not be here.
All right, okay, you win.
I'll tell you the truth.
I don't think you're capable of it.
Not a pretty story.
I didn't expect it to be.
I needed the money to pay someone off.
Who?
A woman.
A woman? Why?
Yeah. There was an involvement before we were married.
An involvement with you and this woman? Why didn't you tell me this?
Kristen, I didn't think I needed to. It was over long before we got serious. I swear it.
Why did you pay her $100,000?
She was blackmailing me.
Clarke, you were doing real well until now. You're lying, Clarke. You would never pay that kind of money to hide a premarital affair. There's more to it. And you better tell me now. Every detail, the whole story, Clarke. Everything.
Thanks for everything.
Take care of yourself, all right?
Well, with people like you looking after me, that's not going to be difficult, you know.
I think Mr. Logan in there has more than just a passing interest in doing that, too.
Well, as my lawyer, he should.
Well, I'm talking about more than just the lawyer-client relationship.
I know. Well, we'll see about that.
I'll see you at work.
Bye.
He's a good man.
Oh, the very best.
God, I wanted to tell him that the lech who got you pregnant is married to his daughter. Well, have you heard anything from Kristen?
Yes. She called me. And then Clarke stopped by the office so that I told him that she was waiting at home for him.
You're worried?
If she finds out about me and the baby, I'll just die. I don't know how I'll face her. It's just, I never expected Kristen to be such a good friend to me. And I'm going to lose her if she finds out about Clarke and about the baby. God, I don't even want to think about it.
You have no choice. Either you tell me everything, or you never see me again, Clarke. What's it gonna be?
I can't, Kristen. I just can't.
Yes, you can, and you will. This woman, why did you pay her $100,000? I want the truth, Clarke. Right now, and stop stalling.
It was a baby. My baby. That's why I had to pay her.
You have a child.
Honey, you've got to let me explain this now.
Oh, my God.
Just listen to me. Let me explain this.
All these months you've kept this from me?
The kid, he's only a month old.
A month old? You have a baby a month old? I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Now you have really got to hear me out.
This woman, was she pregnant when you married me?
Yes. But I didn't know it.
What do you mean you didn't know?
I found out after you and I were married.
You had no idea?
Nothing. Zero. I swear it.
Yet you were sleeping with her. So obviously, there could have been a chance.
She was on the pill.
The pill? You shouldn't have been sleeping with her in the first place.
Kristen, at the time you and I were having problems.
Problems? I don't remember any problems. Listen, Clarke, don't try and justify sleeping with this woman or I'm really gonna get out of here.
All right. But the point is, we didn't get serious, really serious, until right before we eloped. And by that time, this woman was completely out of my life.
And we were...
You were everything to me. I was all yours.
Except for one small detail. She was carrying your baby.
Which I didn't know about.
Until we were married. Which at that time you decided not to tell me.
Well, it's not exactly something you want to tell your new wife.
You didn't hesitate to borrow $100,000 from your new wife to pay off this little tart. Where'd you find her? At Spectra? She's one of those sleazy little cheap models? My God, Clarke. A child. An involvement. What more is there?
There's no more. And that part of my life is over. It's completely behind me. I swear it.
What are you saying? You're willing to let some cheap tramp model raise your child?
I don't consider that child mine. That woman used me. I was tricked. She is a manipulative,
Stop
conniving...
it. You're disgusting me.
Honey, it is the truth. That woman and I, we never discussed children. Hell, we never discussed marriage. It was a brief affair and she took advantage.
I was victimized, Kristen. Anybody who would look at the facts would come up with the same conclusion. That woman deceived me in the worst possible way.
Who is she?
What?
This woman. Who is she? You're not gonna tell me?
There's no reason to.
Yes, there is a reason. Because I asked, that's the reason. You better tell me, Clarke. I tell you, I'm gonna find out with or without your help.
God. You will, won't you?
Who is she? Who is she, Clarke? Who is she, Clarke?
Margo.
Who?
Woman. It's Margo. Her baby. And the father.